Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Valeria and I'm an intuitive reader who loves to spread messages of positivity and empowerment through my readings. I also love to help people with creating the version of reality that they wish to see through my readings. And first of all, I want to thank all of you guys for watching today's video. The topic of today's video is, what are your dreams trying to tell you, or what messages are there in your dreams for you, or what messages are like your spirit guides or maybe your ancestors or angels trying to communicate with you through your dreams, or like through a meditative state or through downloads. So kind of take it to whatever take it in a way whatever you are looking for. I made a video like this in the past as well, but I really felt called to do it again and to make it a little bit different this time. My spirit guides actually advised me to do this, so I'm just going to say in advance, this is probably going to be a very deep spiritual reading. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more just entertainment and lighthearted, this might not be the reading for you, because we are really going to get deep into your dreams and whatever messages they have. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, and if you hear anything that does not resonate for you, it probably means that that message or that reading simply was not meant for you. Also, feel free to claim any messages from this reading, and if you hear anything during this reading that you'd like to change or does not resonate, remember that picket cards like these only predict the most likely outcome or the most likely situation based upon the current situation, and you still have the power to change your future, and the choice is still up to you. Now, before I am going to introduce the piles for today, as I was shuffling the oracle cards, there were two that really stood out to me for more of a general message. So I'm going to show them to you in case you're interested. We have these two cards with "It's up to you," prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So this is kind of a message for all of you to say that ask for whatever it is that you want. Like, don't be afraid to ask, feel confident about what it is that you desire. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys before we get started. So now let's have a look at our piles for today. We have 3 piles for this reading, all represented by a crystal and by a card with some text on it. And this text is just to help you choose your pile. It does not matter if you know what it exactly says, if it doesn't ring a bell, or if it does ring a bell. Just use your intuition to decide what pile suits you the best. So for pile number 1 over here, we have the card Heartbreaker and we have the Angel Aura Quartz. For pile number 2, we have Art Lover with the Purple Aura Quartz. And for pile 3, we have Atheist with the Selenite. I just had to think for a moment. Selenite. So you can pause the video if you need to meditate on the cards and the crystals. You know, do whatever you need to do. I will give you some time to meditate on the cards as well, if that's what you desire. Once you have selected your pile, you can skip to your reading using the timestamps I will provide for you down below. And once you have done so, I will see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose these cards with Heartbreaker, and as I was shuffling your oracle cards, I heard message from your parents. So for some of you, these could be messages from your parents or your grandparents. They could be still alive and well today, or they could have passed on as well. With the Heartbreaker card, I am getting that the specific message that in some way your parents broke your heart, or that you are in like your relationship with your parents, or the situation with your parents is kind of breaking your heart, and it's making you sad, and you're not able to be happy in this situation. So this is something that I'm picking up first of all. Let's put these at this side for now, and let's start with the tarot. For this reading, I've chosen the Egyptian tarot. I don't use this one very often, but I felt like this was like a very good reading to use this deck for. So let's see for pile number 1, what messages are in their dreams. What kind of messages are coming through, or what are their dreams trying to tell them? Let's see, we have the 8 of Swords, which also kind of makes sense with the Heartbreaker as well. 8 of Swords also talks about feeling imprisoned, feeling suffocated in the situation that you are in. It's like your soul is being put in a box, but of course a soul does not fit into a box, so that's why it hurts. So there's something in your reality, in your current reality, that is suffocating your soul. It's kind of I'm feeling that's like taking away your passion, taking away your drive, and it's like you're no longer creative. You're no longer using your creative expression because you're in this prison, right? And you have to put so much energy into staying alive in this prison that you cannot do anything else. So this could be related to a situation with your parents, like I said before, but this could relate to many different things that so it's basically something that's breaking your heart, it's suffocating you, it's hurting your soul. So that is what I'm sensing is going on in your reality, and this is of course reflecting in your dreams. So it could be that your dreams are trying to tell you that the situation that you are in right now is not serving you and is actually hurting you. But I do always love that in this card we have a crocodile or an alligator who is imprisoned here. And as we all know, crocodiles or alligators, they're very much feared creatures. They're very strong. They're predators. So this always reminds me that even though this crocodile is imprisoned, it's still a crocodile. It doesn't take away from the fact that it is strong, that it is powerful, and that it is capable of many different things. So even if you do feel like you're stuck somewhere, or if you're suffocating, know that you are also able to remove yourself from that situation and to break out of the prison and break out of the chains. And this is a message that your subconscious is also trying to tell you through your dreams. So I'm getting that you guys are worried about you not being able to get out of this prison, not being able to escape. And your subconscious is telling you, yes, pile number 1, you can do this because you are like the crocodile in this situation. This does not take away from who you are. You might be stuck right now, but you are stronger than these swords. You're stronger than the prison that you are in at this moment. And that's what your subconscious and your spirit guides are trying to tell you as well, to remember that you are so strong. You're able to break free from it, from this imprisonment. Next up we have the 9 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Swords. So I am definitely seeing that there's this light bulb above your head. It's like you're starting to get it. You're starting to get what is wrong, what is going on, and especially in your subconscious, you are working on finding a way out of this situation that has you feeling imprisoned. And I just looked at the back of the deck and we have the stars. So yes, you're looking for a way out of this. And with the Ten of Swords, there is a solution nearby. There is an ending nearby. And what the Ten of Swords also represents is that it's a sudden ending, and it might be a painful ending as well. So I'm picking up that for some of you guys, the way that you are going to release yourself from this prison is by cutting out certain things in your life that you're attached to it, or you're dependent on it. It could be some kind of codependency, or maybe it's just something that you've lived with so long that you can't imagine yourself living without it, or you're simply afraid of the change that it will bring. So for example, these could be people that are holding you down and preventing you to move on and to reach a higher potential of yours. But it could also be a job, right? It could be a self-belief system, a limiting self-belief system. So fit this to your situation. It's not really, I'm not really picking up anything in specific, but it's just something that needs to be cut out of your life before you can move on, right? And the thing about the Eight of Swords is it always represents someone being imprisoned, but that's a prison of their own making. So it's not like there are these people who are keeping you stuck. It's not like it's your job that's preventing you from moving on. It's actually you who is allowing yourself to stay stuck in that situation. And yes, the answer is of course to cut that part out so that you can indeed free yourself. But again, of course, that's easier said than done. It's not something, it can be very difficult at times, and it's a process that might take multiple steps or cycles of releasing in order before you like totally break free of it. But again, your subconscious or your higher self is finding a way for you, is actually presenting a way to you in your dreams and how to get out of this. Because I'm seeing that there is a quick way to get out of this imprisonment that the Eight of Swords represents, and there is also a long way. And I feel like the quick way is being represented to you in your dreams by your subconscious mind, which is not only like the quickest way, but it's also going to be the less painful way. And the longer path, like the longer the alternative path that you could choose to free yourself of this is something that's being shown to you by your ego. So your ego is telling you, to get out of this, you're gonna have to do this, right? And I'm also seeing that whether you like follow your ego or follow your subconscious, you're going to free yourself from this prison. But again, the ego mind presents a path that might be more painful to you. But I'm also seeing that even though this path of the ego will be more painful, there will also be less resistance of you to it. And the path that the subconscious represents is a path that you will have more resistance to. It will I don't know what it is, but you will have likely more resistance to it. But again, there is not a wrong or a right here. I'm seeing that you will free yourself from this prison either way. And this is just to give you a heads up. Your subconscious is presenting you a way out of this, and you can decide. Again, like this card at the beginning that I showed also says, it's up to you. It's up to you to pick which path you're going to choose, and you're going to free yourself eventually. So there is no reason to worry about that. But again, your subconscious really wants to follow the path that it's showing to you. but there's still the choice, right? So let's move on to some more cards over here. Let's see, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this again represents some kind of codependency or attachment to something material. So it could be to a relationship. Again, parents is coming up, dependency on parents, dependency on a job, dependency on a home, or like someone who gives you stability, financial stability, or stability when it comes to just like living in general. Maybe there's someone who is supporting you or who is giving you a place to live. And there is this dependency on this specific thing is what is preventing you from moving on. And the way that this is coming to me, it's like you've outgrown your situation. It's not like this situation that you are in is toxic or bad in and of itself, but it's simply that you have fallen out of vibration with that. You have outgrown this situation. It's like you've been living like a is that a hermit crab? I believe it is. I'm not really sure, but like this little crab, you've been living in a shell, but now you have grown so big that you no longer fit in that shell, and now that shell is suffocating you. So it's like you're living in your comfort zone, but your comfort zone is actually making you feel uncomfortable because you've grown beyond that comfort zone. And the next step for you is to step out of that comfort zone and to discover something new that fits you better. So again, there is not a bad or toxic person or job or situation, that's not the energy here. There is not a villain here. There's not a bad person. There's not a bad or a good or a right or a wrong. It's simply that you've outgrown your situation and it's time for you to move into the next stage of this journey. So if we're talking about the Four of Pentacles here, you're supposed to grow through those pentacles, right? Then you get 5, 6, 7 until you end up in the 10 of Pentacles, I mean. So that's where you're going. And if you would know that the end of your journey is the 10 of Pentacles, then why would you stay stuck in the Four of Pentacles? Because there is still so much for you to learn and to experience and to have, right? So why would you stay stuck here in the Four of Pentacles if you are going to be, or if you have the potential to reach the 10 of Pentacles? All right, let's see what we have next. We have the Seven of Wands. So there is a messenger in this card, and again I feel it's representing your subconscious again, because this bird is holding kind of like this piece of paper with a message. So it feels like your subconscious is really guiding you, is really pointing you in the right direction. It's giving you subtle signs and signals of this is where you need to be, this is where you need to go, this is what you need to do. And if you're wondering about how do I follow this path that my subconscious represents to me, it's exactly in this way. It's you feel in your heart, where am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to go? Feel it in your heart, and don't let fear-based thinking get involved in this. Like, don't let that influence you. Don't let fear decide the path for you. And again, like I said before, this is coming in through your dreams, so you don't even need to do anything to receive these messages. It's coming through in your sleep, and you are downloading these things, this information of where you're supposed to go, and the only thing that's left for you to do is allow your subconscious to guide you there, and again, to not let any fear of change or fear of discomfort hold you back or tell you that's not the right thing to do. And this might be a thing that requires some more time before you really get into the flow of it, because especially when you're in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable and there is a fear of the unknown or fear of change involved, or you're just not in a very happy place, it's difficult to suddenly switch to that place within ourselves that we can really understand our intuition and our subconscious. So again, it might take a while before you really get the flow of it, before you really get what's going on. And what's being recommended to you is to you don't necessarily need to meditate, but take a couple of minutes out of your day to just really observe what it is that you want and where it is that you want to go. Take a while to quiet your mind and to not let that fear creep in as well. So take fear out of the equation for now, and just listen to what your heart is telling you. And for a moment, again, don't care about anything that scares you or any obstacles you might run into, or any situations that, or any challenges and things that will make you worried. For a moment, just believe that everything is possible, and see then what your intuition is telling you. If everything were indeed possible, if I really was supposed to end up in that 10 of Pentacles, then what is my intuition telling me now? And take a couple of minutes per day just to kind of sit alone with yourself in silence and just really listen to what it is that you truly want. And again, don't beat yourself up about it if there's something you can do, or if it's something that's unrealistic or impossible. Just leave that all out of the equation for now, and see what it truly is that you're feeling and what's being told to you by your intuition. And through that way, you will connect more to those messages that your subconscious is sending you, and that will just help raise your vibration in general. It will also provide you with better sleep, especially if you've been having nightmares or uncomfortable dreams. This will also help to just put aside that fear, right? Let's have one last tarot card before we move on to our oracle cards for pile number 1. What else do we have for pile number 1? We have the 3 of Swords. And at the back of the deck, we have the Page of Swords over here. So, I'm picking up here that this might be really a challenge for you. That, again, because the 3 of Swords also represents heartbreak and pain, and we also had the Heartbreaker before. So there's really something here that you're heartbroken over. Maybe something you're leaving behind, or something you have to leave behind. Maybe it's a piece of you that you have to leave behind and you don't want to, obviously. With the Page of Swords, it's kind of the same energy here as well. There is, especially because this person is writing here, it's like you have the potential to do something or to achieve something, but there is something in the way. And it might be your belief that you're not able to do it, that you're not good enough for it, or that you're not allowed to have it because, again, you're not good enough, or you're not the right type of person for it. Or it's because you simply don't want to do it. This might be a specific message, but for some of you, you might have found out something about your life purpose or what you're supposed to do on Earth, or just as a soul in general, and you don't really like it. You don't like it. You're ignoring some soul wisdom. You're ignoring wisdom that came from your soul or your subconscious or higher self. It's like basically almost just the same thing. But there's something that you're deliberately ignoring, and because you're ignoring that, you're blocking the income of more messages, right? Maybe you used to do scripting or some kind of writing or painting, and you stopped doing that, and those activities, they used to help you with channeling, and with being aware of what you're feeling, right? It might have been meditation for you to just sit and pick up a pen or a brush and to just do whatever, and you stop doing that for a reason, and that's why you are kind of blocking those messages, those other messages from coming in. And with the Three of Swords, I do feel that's quite painful for you. It might be because you quit doing this kind of project or creativity because you had no control over it, because it was taken away from you or something like that, or you were no longer able to afford it, or you stopped doing it for a reason. And it might be painful to think about that again, or think about doing it again. You might as well have some kind of resistance to this, that you no longer want to do it because you have some unpleasant experience related to it, for example. And I feel really sorry for you guys if this is your situation. Like, I wish you all the strength and the luck and the love that you need, and even more, whatever you need and more. And your higher self is coming through here again, that you're supposed to pick this up again. You're supposed to pick this up again. Whatever you were doing before, you're supposed to pick it up again and start doing it again. And again, that might be painful for you for some kind of reason, but that's really the message that's coming through. To start up again and try again. Let's have a look at our oracle cards now. So first of all, we have two angel oracle cards, or angel answer cards. We have forgiveness, and we have you're ready. So I love this message. You're ready. And this is about you breaking free from your imprisonment. So here, what this card is telling you, that it does not matter what happened in the past. It does not matter what mistakes you made, or what people you were involved with, or if you strayed from the path or did something that was not entirely you, or was not really committed to yourself. You know, that all doesn't matter. That's all in the past. It's all gone. It's all over. You're ready for the next step. And with the forgiveness card, it's asking you to forgive yourself for what happened in the past. Forgive yourself for who you were in the past, for what you experienced, for what you went through, because it's not your fault. Show compassion to yourself. I'm also seeing here with the Heartbreaker card that maybe you blame yourself for the heartbreak or the pain of someone else, but it's not your fault. It wasn't your fault. And you're allowed to forgive yourself for all the trouble that you went through. You're allowed to forgive yourself for beating up on yourself in the past, but no longer doing that now. You're allowed to forgive yourself and to move on. And you're also allowed to forgive anyone and everyone else that was involved in a situation that hurt you or hurt them or both of you. Forgiving is not the same as forgetting, right? Forgiving is not an excuse. Forgiving is not justifying their actions. Forgiving is what you do for yourself so that you're no longer emotionally attached to that person or that situation, so that you can move on and continue to do what's right for you and commit to yourself. And no longer let that person or that situation influence you, especially not in the future. Don't, if you forgive yourself, you forgive anyone or anything that was involved, you're not going to be in the same situation again because you moved on from it. You're not attracting the same pattern. You're not repeating the same pattern. You're not attracting the same things anymore. And this card is saying that you're ready. You're ready for the next step. You're already receiving those messages. You're already receiving the guidance from your soul and from your higher self. That path, like that connection between you and your higher self, it's already open. Those messages are coming in. They are being downloaded. So you're not doing anything wrong at all. Not at all, Pile 1. Alright, that's all I'm seeing here. Let's have a look at our next cards. Let's see, we have the Holy Spirit with expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And I feel like this is really a message that you needed to hear, that Spirit has your back. You're not alone in this. You're not suffering alone. You're not working on this. You're not working through this alone. Spirit has your back. The universe has your back. Your higher self has your back. They're all supporting you, and they're supporting your light and your path and your mission here. And again, this card is also asking you to forgive yourself for any time you strayed from the path, or you made a mistake, or you felt like you did something really wrong. Forgive yourself for it, because you're not seen as a bad person or an insufficient person or a person or like an unworthy person in the eyes of your angels and your spirit guides and your soul and of spirit. They're not seeing you like that. They're seeing you as the pure version of you that deserves miracles, that deserves to receive blessings and miracles and to live a life out of imprisonment. Right? So the next card we have is Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So both of these cards talk about miracles. So if you allow it to happen, Pile 1, miracles are going to start happening every day from now on, or from then on. Like, miracles are going to start happening every day. You are safe. Angels stand close. So this also really depends on your belief system and what you connect to the most. If you connect to angels, Archangel Michael is here. If you connect more to spirit guides or higher self or universe, just fill it in however you prefer, whatever fits your belief system the best. Maybe you would like to claim all of that, feel free to do so. And there are light beings standing close with you. They're protecting you. They're helping you. They're supporting you. And like this card also says, surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Because I feel that once you stop overthinking and worrying so much about what it is that could happen or how things could go wrong, once you stop doing that, you're allowing space for a miracle. You're allowing space for blessings to come in as well. So that's absolutely beautiful. And two very powerful cards. And I also want to mention that these cards don't come out very often in readings. So you're definitely blessed on this path that you are on, pile number one. So for our last card, I have here an oracle card from the Kitsune deck. So let's see what messages they have for you. We have the Noble One. That's a really beautiful energy. What this card is saying is that you are the Noble One. You are very wise, very beautiful, very powerful, very amazing, and all of that. But you're not seeing that completely. You're not seeing the full picture of who you are. And these light beings that are around you, they do see that, and they want you to see it as well. So that's why this card is here. If we add 35 up, it's 8, and 8 for, we had 8 here as well. 8 for me stands for abundance. So they want you to receive this message of abundance, of how abundant you are in everything. Like I said before, abundant in beauty, abundant in knowledge, abundant in art, in creativity, in inspiration, whatever it is that you do, abundant in personality. And I'm also hearing that you guys have a very good sense of humor, so abundance in that as well. And feel free to claim that and to believe that as well, and to unlock your true potential, because that's why this card is here. You're like this woman on this card. Like, you're ethereal, you're beautiful, you're magical, and you are allowed to see yourself like that as well. And I mean, that's why this card is here, to tell you to see yourself like that. So those are all very beautiful messages for you guys. Pile number one, I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I did enjoy doing this reading for you. So again, thank you so much for being here with me today. In case you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe we will see each other in the next reading. Bye guys! Hello there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. So I guess it's kind of unnecessary to say with this art lover card that you are a very creative person. Also with the purple aura cords, for some reason this crystal always reminds me of creativity. It's connected to the crown chakra, so maybe your creativity has something to do with spirituality or channeling. I mean, creativity does not necessarily have to be anything related to art. Of course, it can be, but it does not have to be. But for some of you who are indeed an artist or are involved in art in some kind of way, I'm seeing that you're channeling inspiration or ideas through your dreams as well, or through a meditative state, or through you just tuning in with yourself, you know, listening to your intuition, really feeling what's going on. I really feel that you're creating art out of that space, out of that, you know, intuition that you have. So let's see for pile number two. What messages are there for pile number two? In their dreams, or are their dreams trying to tell them? Pile number two. I'm seeing a cat, or maybe just another kind of pet. So maybe you guys have a cat or another pet that's very significant for you. They might be sharing messages with you through your dreams. And these could be pets that are with you still in this moment or that have passed on. Or you might have telepathic communication with them. That's also possible. So let's see for pile number 2. I'm hearing that for you, pile number 2, you don't need to be asleep in order for you to receive messages. You can even receive these messages while you're doing another activity. Another activity that has you in kind of a meditative state. You're not really thinking, you're just zoning out. Maybe you're watching a movie, something like that. Yeah, see, we have the Hierophant. So it's like you're some kind of priest, like some kind of spiritual figure, something like that. You might be very religious, right? Fit that however it fits. What, maybe you're just very spiritual, or maybe you have some religions or one religion that you feel very close to, so fit it to your situation. Yes, someone who is, again, very spiritual and who does not need to be asleep or to be meditating in order to receive messages. I'm also seeing Aries and Mars here, so you could have significant Aries placements, or your Mars could be in a very important sign for you that allows you to be some kind of spiritual leader. I mean, you might actually have Mars in Aries. I am not an astrologer, so I am not able to tell you what kind of characteristics that has Mars in Aries. So if you're interested in that, you have to look it up. I'm sorry, but I am just not that good at astrology. Yeah, spiritual leader, spiritual teacher. You might be teaching people about religion or spirituality. Or teaching children, your children or other people's children, or you're teaching through example. We have the 3 of Pentacles, so there is some kind of business involved indeed here. Some kind of spiritual business, and this could be a spiritual based business like tarot cards, crystals, anything like that, but it could also just be a regular kind of business, but you're using your intuition and your inspiration to run that business. So whatever the case is, you're using your skills, your intuition, your inspiration, your psychic abilities, if you have any, to run this business. And it's very successful as well. It might be in only the early stages. You might just be starting it up, or it's still a new business. But still, I'm seeing stability. I'm seeing you also receiving like a stable flow of income because of that business as well. Business opportunities, collaborations is also what I'm seeing. Those things are coming in as well. And again, they keep pointing me to it that you don't have to be asleep for these messages to come through. So these things, they come during your waking life, and you might not even really notice it. So what else do we have? We have 2 4s that popped out at the same time. We have the 4 of Wands, and we have the 4 of Cups. So let's see what we have here. With the 4 of Wands, I'm also seeing success in marriage, in relationships, success in your living situation, like your housing situation. Maybe you want to build a house, maybe you want to move in with someone. Of course, Hierophant talks also about marriage and commitment, so definitely is what I'm seeing here. Marriage and commitment. I think you're creating it. You might be manifesting it, calling it into your reality. Maybe you're looking for someone, you're currently in the dating scene meeting people, or maybe you're already connected to someone and committed to someone. And then this also represents that marriage is definitely in the cards for you as well, and starting a family, if that's what you're interested in, of course, take it however it resonates. That's what I'm seeing here. For those of you who are not in a relationship or in any kind of commitment, but you're wondering if you're going to find anyone, if you're going to find the right person, if you're even going to find someone that you think is worth marrying, then the answer is yes. This is some kind of soulmate, a divine connection, a spiritual connection, and you're going to meet that person definitely. This is also one of those messages that are coming to you, and you likely already knew this intuitively, but here it is again, a confirmation that there is someone, you're going to find someone who you will want to marry. And again, if you're interested in that, you might start a family as well, or work together on your business. You might start the business together or work together on it. Now that we're on the topic of love and relationships, the way that you could meet this person is through work or through business as well. You might be colleagues, or you might be working in the same field, and then you start to collaborate, or colleagues of yours collaborate, and then you meet like that. Yes. Let's have some more cards for pile number 2. It's very funny that a lot of these cards, they're giving me different meanings. I mean, I'm not picking up the traditional meanings of some of these cards, which is really funny, because here with the Four of Cups, what it actually reminds me of is of birds who fly towards the warmer places in the winter. I'm not exactly sure if there is a specific word for that in English, I'm sorry. But it's like the birds who then fly to warmer places in the world, because in the winter it's too cold while they're at, right? They're like, I don't know if it's called migrating, but they're flying to a different spot. They're flying to a different place. And this card is telling me that you're doing the same thing, or you're going to do the same thing, but you're not aware of it yet, or you probably have some kind of idea that something is going to happen that you don't know about, that you don't know what it is, you don't know when to expect it, but there is something going to happen. You're going to be taking into a direction that you did not expect. That's why I was seeing those birds. They're flying to a different place of the world. And so you might actually be traveling somewhere to a different place in the world that you did not expect. You did not see your life going this way at all. You did not plan it like this. And again, even using your intuition, you did not see this coming. So there's probably a reason why you're not seeing it yet. But it's like, just like those birds who are moving towards the south, you're also going to be moving somewhere unexpectedly. It's really funny. I think it's because I'm channeling your energy of when that happens in that moment, and you're like giggling a little bit. You're like, wait, what is this? Like, I did not see this coming. What are you talking about? You know, it's that kind of almost unbelievable. Like, it's all like you almost don't believe it. It's like, this can't be true. This is a joke, right? And the next card we have is the Page of Wands. So this travel of yours in your business could be related, and I actually want to expand on that because it could be a business, but it doesn't have to be that you're really starting up a business. You might just be like an independent artist, because I was mentioning artistry and artist and art before as well. So you might be an independent artist, like you're selling your own paintings or your own music. And if this does not, if this is not resonate for you yet, you don't have that kind of a business, or you're not doing something like that, what the message is for you guys is that you're going to be doing something like this, and it's related to your passion. It's related to what you love to do. Some kind of creativity, some kind of art, something that you're very passionate about. So if you had something in mind like, oh, I want to be a famous painter, or I want to be a writer, or I want to be a musician, then you're going to, like, this is related to that, very most likely. And if you don't have anything that you're very passionate about, then this might still be revealed to you. And this passion could also be related to like a business, like I said before, that you really love to be involved in some kind of business. I mean, even creating a makeup brand or whatever, that's also, like, creativity is also involved in that, right? So fit it to your situation. You know your situation best. I just mentioned a couple of examples, but those are definitely not the only options that are possible here. But just to reiterate on it, you are going to start a business, you're going to have a successful business that's based upon what you are passionate about and what you love to do, and you're going to be your own boss. Is basically that's basically it. You're going to be your own boss. You don't have anyone who is above you, right? No superior, no boss. You're your own boss. And another message I was picking up as well is that you investing into your passions and your creativity is what is going to bring you into this energy of the Four of Cups that I was talking about before, that you're going to find yourself in a place you did not expect. So following your passion, you're going to find out about something, you're going to change direction, you might be traveling and such. And again, this could be related to also meeting that person I was talking about before. That could be for some of you guys. It's also, but it might be for a smaller group of you, because I don't feel it very strongly. But it's a possibility, so I felt like mentioning it. What I also want to say is that the Page of Wands, it does represent someone who is rather inexperienced in their field, or if we're talking about this creative thing that you're doing, you might be inexperienced related to other people, or you don't have a lot of knowledge on it, right? But you have a lot, like a very big potential. And I'm seeing you in this Page of Wands as someone who's very excited, who's very motivated. Even though you're a page, even though you don't know everything, you're not a professional yet, but you love what you do, and you start working on it because it's your passion, and that's why you're going to be very successful at whatever it is that you're doing here. So this is also what, like, your dreams are trying to tell you, what messages that you're receiving, that you should follow that creativity of yours and that passion of yours, because that's what's going to make you successful. And whatever successful means for you guys, you're going to have a successful business, you're going to be successful in your art or in your project, in your endeavor. If you're looking for success in the financial department, then also claim that message. Success in relationships, whatever it is that you are looking for. And with the 2 fours that we have here is also stability, of course. So strong foundation, success, stability. And you're supposed to follow that passion. I'm picking up this message, and I don't know if that's because of my personal experience or because you guys might be thinking about it, but there was this message coming through. But what if, I want to follow this passion of mine? For example, I want to be a painter, but all these people around me are telling me that you can't be a painter because you're not good enough, or you're never going to make enough money to provide for yourself and to buy a house, and it's not a good idea, it's unrealistic, or that it's like a 1 in a million chance that you're going to be famous, if it's related to fame as well, or that you are going to be successful, that your business is going to be successful. And I feel that for some of you guys, those doubts are present, even if it's just a little bit, but your higher self is here encouraging you, like you're supposed to follow this passion. You're literally supposed to follow this passion. And just because other people fail or failed at what it is that you want to do, does not matter that you are supposed to fail as well. Don't relate your story to other people's stories. That's really a strong message coming through here. You're supposed to follow this passion because it's basically your intuition and your subconscious or higher self telling you this is what you're supposed to do, this is direction that you have to go in. And even if you have this desire to travel to the other side of the world for like a vacation or just for a trip, then there is a reason why you feel so passionate about that. It's your soul communicating to you of what it is that you're supposed to do. And I think that everyone receives those kind of messages in different ways, but for you, it's through passion. So if you're really passionate about starting a business, or about becoming an independent artist, or about writing about something, or talking to people, then it's because that's what you're meant to do. It's what you're meant to follow. And you're so extremely encouraged to I'm even stumbling over my words. They're so passionate about this. You're supposed to follow that. You're supposed to do that. And any doubts from whatever source they come, whether it's other people or like society or your own fear, right? Your own thinking, your own thoughts. Don't let that influence you. Don't let that take away from your passion, because you're desiring this, because you're meant to do it, because you're meant to have it. That passion is there for a reason. That is like a super, super strong message. So really, really, really believe that, pile number 2, because it's such a strong message that's coming through. And maybe this was the only confirmation that you needed, that indeed what you're feeling is right, is indeed right. And our last tarot card is the Queen of Wands, and I love that. I absolutely love that, because we go from the Page to the Queen of Wands, and that's just you leveling up. It's you upgrading, and that is who you are meant to be. And again, it's the Queen of Wands, so this is again talking about some kind of creativity or passion. So it's the passion that you're supposed to follow. It's the creativity that you're supposed to invest in, and you're going to be successful at it because you're following like your own heart. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're going to this is also going to make you feel confident, feel happy, feel stable, like feel like the Queen of Wands, like feel like a queen, feel like a king, feel like a bad bitch, feel like the best, feel just amazing, feel beautiful, feel desired, feel like a leader. This is all that you are supposed to be. And you might be finding some type of thing, like you might end up in a spotlight in some kind of way for some of you guys, if that's related to your desired success as well. It's definitely what I'm seeing. But people have their eye on you. You're going to be desired, whether it's related to your business or related to you as a person, and these are people who want to be in a relationship with you, is also what I'm seeing. So the possibilities here are like almost endless. So this is amazing, pile number 2. Like, keep going, keep following that passion and that creativity. And we're going to look at the oracle cards before I start repeating myself too much. So let's see. First of all, from the angel cards, we have the card No, and we have the card Success. So whenever such a card comes up, like No, I say that maybe you were thinking about something while I was showing those cards, right? You were asking a question, and this is your answer. So for those of you who are thinking of something, No is your answer. And it's like the other message it gives me is again related to your life turning out differently than you expected. You might have a plan of what you're going to do in the future, what kind of job you're going to have, where you're going to live, and the universe is telling you no. It's telling you in like a gentle, caring voice, no. Pile number 2, this is not meant for you. There's something better for you out there. And again, it's not because it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's not because you made the wrong choice. It's not because the choices that you made previously were bad or something. It's not like that. It's like there's something better for you, pal number 2. You're meant for something bigger. You're meant to be greater. You're meant to achieve more, right? You have a higher potential than this. You're meant for something better. So it's like a gentle no. This is not the direction for you. And also, please don't freak out because of this message. If it does not resonate, if it does not ring a bell, just set the message aside for now. Maybe it will fall in place later on, right? So don't worry about it, because we also have the success card. So it's not that, I mean, I mentioned success before as well many times. So this is just a confirmation that you're going to be successful in what it is that you are supposed to do. So you're going to be flying in this different direction, which is going to make you very much successful. And I think that even though once you find out that your life is turning out a little bit different than what you planned to, you're not going to be so disappointed by it, because you know in your heart as well that there was something better out there for you, and that you were meant for something better, and that you were going to find success in this different direction as well. So I'm not sensing any disappointment or any anger or frustration. Maybe you will have that at first in the moment, but it's not any lingering feeling or like a very strong feeling, because again, you're represented here by the Hierophant. So you yourself also know that the direction you're heading in is better than where you were going before. Let's see what we have next. So we have Freya with phases and cycles. There is a beginning with an every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And let's talk about that first. We also again have a bird here with the cycles beginning and ending. Just like those birds I was talking about before, like every winter they fly south, and then in the, I don't know, in the spring or the summer, I'm not exactly sure, but they fly back, right? It's a cycle. They keep going back and forth. They go to warmer, they go to colder, they go to warmer, they go to colder. And that's, you know, it's a cycle that keeps returning and returning and returning. So illusions are revealed and released. So I'm getting that just in your life you've been going through cycles. I mean, we all go through cycles, obviously, and these are certain cycles of learning, and through these cycles illusions are going to be revealed and released. So the truth is going to be revealed to you about which direction you're going to go in, right? It's a part of one of the cycles that you're going to end as well. Yeah, I think that with another cycle ending and beginning, there's going to be information revealed to you about, you know, this travel, this move, or this new direction that I was talking about before. So I'm not picking up a lot else. It's just that it's part of the cycle is what I'm getting. So as our next card, we have Kuan Yin with care and compassion. Choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. And this message is mainly for you. Like, do what is right for you. Choose to give care and compassion to yourself. And this is kind of related to what I was talking about before, about other people who might say, well, pile number 2, this is an unrealistic dream, or you're not going to be successful, or you're not going to have what you want. And this card is asking you to do what is right for you. So it's again a reminder of follow that passion of yours, and don't follow what other people say that you should do. They're saying that you should take care of yourself like you would want someone to take care of you. So you would likely want someone to tell you, yes, pal number 2, you're allowed to follow your dreams, you're going to be successful, it's going to be amazing, you are amazing, you're going to succeed, you're going to have everything that you want, right? That's the type of person that you want beside you. And this card is asking you to tell that to yourself, especially if you do not have a person like that in your life in this moment. Be your own best friend, be your own like hype man, woman, person. Be there to hype yourself up. Be that person for you. Show yourself the care, compassion, and love that you would want someone else to show you, right? Do what is right for you, and it's okay to be a little bit selfish and not follow the path that other people are telling you to follow. And yeah, there is a chance for some of you that this is also related to what I said before, that right now you have a certain plan of what you're gonna do and where you're gonna go, and the plan is basically based upon what other people expect of you, right? So that could be for some of you, but for most of you, I feel like it's not like that, but it could be like a message for some of you guys. All right, show care and compassion for yourself as well, because that's what you deserve, because you would want someone to hype you up. So hype yourself, pile number 2. So let's have a look at our last card for this reading. We have Sunlight After Darkness with the number 11. So that's a master number 11, very a spiritual guided number. You're guided on this journey, you're divinely guided, and sunlight after darkness. So if you've been feeling like you've been feeling down, or you're in this period of darkness, dark night of the soul, or you feel like you don't have a lot of clarity on your situation, on your future, you feel like you're in the unknown, you don't know what to do, know that there's sunlight coming after the darkness. And this darkness was here, just like I'm reminded of the Hermit card, because the Hermit, he walks through the darkness as well, but he has his inner light to guide himself. So that's what this card is telling you as well. You were walking through the darkness so that you could learn how to use your inner light, your inner guidance to go, to follow your path, right? You cannot see the path because you're in darkness, but because of your own inner guidance, you followed that path regardless. You did not need sunlight because you had your own light. And this was basically kind of a test to prove to yourself that you don't need a guiding hand of anyone else. You don't need anyone else to point you in the right direction. You can find your own way yourself. So this is a very empowering message for you, that you are the one who is going to make your life happen. You are the one who's going to make it successful. Like, there is no one else who is going to point you in the direction, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. No, you can do that yourself. And that's absolutely, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Pile number 2. It's so beautiful. And again, like I said, it was just a test to prove to yourself that you were able to do this. And soon the sunlight is going to be returning to you and to your life. And you will probably find a lot of clarity and a lot of blessings, a lot of new insights, after this as well, once that sunlight has returned. And truths being exposed as well, illusions being revealed, like I talked about before as well. So with that message, I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for watching pile number 2. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I loved you guys' energy. Thank you so much for letting me channel this reading for you and tapping into your energy. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you liked it as well. In case you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, so maybe we will see each other in the next reading. Bye guys! Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you chose these cards with the Selenite crystal and the Atheist card. So for some of you, I'm picking up that you might be an atheist, or kind of questioning about what religion means to you or spirituality means to you. I don't have very specific cards in this pile. I think I just have spiritual and atheist. So if you are like agnostic or anything else, then this could also be talking about you. Something else I was seeing as I was started to channel your energy is I saw a white light. So your aura could be of the color white, or there might be some white in your aura. I believe white is connected to Christ consciousness, and it's also it means that you're very protected by the divine. However you would like to fill that in, like spirit guides, angels, God, higher self, universe, source, you know, very much protected is what I'm seeing. So let's have a look at the oracle cards first. Yeah, with the atheist card, you might be questioning. You might be questioning religion or spirituality, or what it means to you. So let's see. For pile number 3, what are their dreams trying to tell them, or what messages are coming through for pile number 3? I'm actually seeing a 3. And we have the 3 of Swords. So 3 could be a significant number for you, could be your life path number. 3 is also about expansion. So for some of you guys, you might be new to, or quite new to spirituality or to a religion, to a specific religion, or again, like I said, you're just questioning, what is it that I believe in? What is it that's really out there? And in this way you're expanding, right? You're expanding your yourself, basically. You're expanding your psyche by maybe looking at things differently, or you might actually be questioning your own religious beliefs. Even if you're spiritual, you might be questioning, is this really something that resonates for me? For example, do I really believe in astrology, or do I really want to give power to astrology or to tarot readings or to other kinds of divination, or to, you know, spirit guides or God? Is that really what I want to believe in? And since it's the 3 of Swords, there's probably something that had happened that caused this. I'm hearing trauma, but trauma could mean many different things. Maybe you had some kind of epiphany. Most of the time, when people find their spirituality, it happens after something significant happened in their life. Like they lost people, you know, people passed away. They might have lost their job, lost their home, got a divorce, you know, they had very big changes happening in their lives. And that could be the case for you as well. And again, it's because you're expanding, and my crown chakra, like the crown of my head just started itching. So you're definitely expanding on a spiritual level. It's like you're welcoming higher levels, higher parts of yourself into your reality. And again, I'm seeing a lot of white. There's a lot of white light coming in. Let's see. So yes, I was talking about how some kind of trauma might have been involved that led you to question your beliefs, your religion, your spirituality. I'm just going to keep it general like this, so fit it to your situation. And in addition to whatever happened that caused this spiritual awakening or spiritual questioning, things might still be very troublesome for you at this moment. It's like you're in, what's it called? You're in troubled water. It's like there's this turbulence going on the boat that you're in. And you're trying to calm the waters. Like, I'm getting this visual that you're sitting in a boat and there are all these waves around you. The water is very turbulent and you're trying to get the waves to be still again. You're trying to get the water to be calm. And I see you walking around in this boat, jumping around and such. But what they're telling you, what your spirit guides are telling you, is don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Just stay still. Stay calm. Because if you're going to rock the boat, there's a higher chance that you're going to fall out of the boat into the turbulence of the storm. So sit still in the boat and see where that boat takes you. See where the flow of the water will take you, because it might look turbulent to you now, but eventually you will realize that it was not actually turbulence, but it was just the current of the water that was supposed to move you in a certain direction. And I think that the water and the turbulence kind of represents your mind or your psyche at this moment. There might be turbulence in your mind as well, especially if you're starting to question things that you've believed in for so long, whether that's related to religion or relationships, right? Is this really the person I want to be with? Or is this really the job that I want to have? Is this really the way that I want to continue to live for the rest of my life? Things like that. So it's like a lot of turbulence going on in your life. Again, like I said before, you might be losing people, losing a job as well. So there's some kind of turbulence going on. And the only way you're going to calm the storm is by being calm yourself. And I also feel called to say this. Of course, I don't know who's watching this and what your knowledge on certain spiritual topics are, but I feel called to share this anyways. It's like your reality is a reflection of your thoughts. It's a reflection of your vibration, a reflection of your belief systems, a reflection of your assumptions. So everything, every single thought that you send out there will create your reality. Your reality will be the reflection of yourself. So if there's turbulence going on in your life, if you're caught in the middle of a storm, that's the reflection. That's reflecting to you that there's a storm going on in your mind. And the only way that you're going to calm the storm in your reality is if you're going to calm the storm in your mind. The next card we have is the Six of Cups, and we have the Stars card as well. So there is the clarity of day is near. Like this, the storm can be calmed, but like I said before, the storm that you're witnessing in your reality is a reflection of the storm that's going on in your own head. And Six of Cups talks about past lives or about inner child. So you could try to revisit your childhood memories, do inner child healing, or have a conversation with your inner child as well. The way you do that is simply by closing your eyes. I mean, that's what works best for me. Close your eyes and visualize you as a child sitting next to you or standing in front of you, and have a conversation with them as if you're talking to someone else. Ask them what's going on, how are you feeling, and comfort yourself. Treat your inner child the way that you wanted to be treated back then, and maybe even still now. I'm also again seeing those past lives come back up, past life relationships that are also present in this life. So there's something happening in relationships as well. And I'm sensing that your dreams are like, while you're in the dream state, while you're asleep, you're really being helped to release a lot of things, including like the healing of the inner child, and releasing any past life patterns related, or like patterns that are related to a past life. And I feel like they mainly influence your relationships, your current relationships. There's some karma playing out here between you and other people, like relationships in general, especially related to relationships. So what else do I see here? For the past lives, you might be interested in doing past life regression. You could also talk to your higher self about past lives. Let's see, of course, things like revision could help as well with releasing any how do you say that, like belief systems or unwanted memories. You know, if there is a specific memory of your childhood that you would like to revise, that's also a way in order to improve like your relationship patterns as well, is what I'm getting. I'm feeling that this is quite a general reading, like very general. It's not a lot of specific things. Next up we have the Five of Pentacles, and this is showing me some kind of abandonment in the past. So in your childhood you might have felt abandoned by people. This could be you literally being physically abandoned, that you were walking on the street, you were living on the street, or you were put up for adoption, or your parents could not take care for you and you were placed with another family, or you went to another place to live. Or this could mean emotional abandonment, like you felt like you weren't taken care of enough, your parents weren't home a lot, or your needs were just ignored. If that does not resonate, this could also be an energy from your past life. So if in this current life you don't have any experiences like that, but you do have some kind of fear of abandonment or abandonment issues, then it's likely it's because of one of your past lives. And again, some kind of past life meditation or past life regression could really help with this. Or just meditation in general on, what why is it that that's hurting me so much? And have an honest and frank conversation with yourself about it. And again, if you did experience these abandonments, this situation of abandonment in your current life, the inner child, the talking to your inner child method could help with that as well. And here with the snakes and with the eye, it's again, I'm seeing expansion. I'm seeing expansion for you guys, that now it's for you to now it's the time for you to let go of any traumas or difficulties or issues from the past. It definitely feels like recently you've been through some kind of spiritual awakening. You could have been, aware of spiritual topics before and things like that, but recently you had some kind of awakening that made you aware of these things that I talked about before, like maybe the abandonment or some other things that happened in your life. And the first step here is awareness, which the eye is representing. And the second step here is transmutation, which is what the snakes are representing. So these issues, I'm just going to call them issues to keep it general for now. But, it doesn't have a negative connotation to me, right? Issues. I'm not judging you or whatever. But just in general, I'm going to call this issues so that it's easier for me to explain and just fit it to your situation. So these issues, they're being brought to light, they're being exposed to the light, because if the light shines on those issues, you're aware of them. You're aware of what is going on and of what is not working, and because of that, you can find the root of the problem. You can find the reason for those issues. And now that it has your awareness, now that it has your attention, you're able to transmute those issues. That's the word that I'm hearing. You're able to transmute them. And I'm not hearing healing. You're not supposed to heal these issues, because you're simply supposed to let them go. You're supposed to release them. And this is also, this is why it's likely that these things come from your past life, because it happened in a past life. It's not serving you anymore in this life, so you're supposed to release it. It's as if you have a sort of a rope connected from you to this issue, to this trauma, and you're simply supposed to dissolve the rope, right? Dissolve it. It's no longer there. Release it. Transmute those problems. That's the process that you're going through right now, because you're supposed to see that you're not living in the Five of Pentacles. You're not living in fear and abandonment, but you're living in wholeness and oneness. You're not alone. You're together with people, with your spirit guides or angels, with God, source, however you would like to call it, or maybe you would just like to call it higher self or infinite awareness, infinite intelligence, right? However you in whichever way it resonates for you, however it works for you, like awareness and transmutation, that's the process over here. You're supposed to realize that these issues, they're not who you are, and they don't define you. They're not who you are. They're not who you're supposed to be. So you're going to transmute them. You're going to transform your issues, and you're going to turn them, as if it's alchemy, you're going to turn them in something great. You're going to turn it into strengths of yours, into skills, right? Into knowledge. You're going to do something. It's something is going to, how do I explain this? Because I'm getting the visual, but it's hard to explain. You're just transforming those issues, and they're no longer an issue, they're no longer a weakness, but instead they're strength, their awareness, their knowledge, its power. That is what is happening here. That's what this expansion is about. What else is there for pile number 3? We have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that do not serve you. So what I'm seeing here, here with the Five of Pentacles, we talked about transmuting your issues. And after you have transmuted those issues, you're going to be able to walk away from things that don't serve you. So here we're talking about self-belief systems or attachments, memories, some kind of pattern that might be related to a past life, right? This is not talking about your physical situation, not talking about your reality yet. Here we're talking about you transmuting your issues. And here with the Eight of Cups, after you've transmuted that, you're going to be able to walk away from what does not serve you. So these could be people, could be a job, could be any kind of situation. It could be a relationship in which you allow people to just use you in whatever way they wish. You're going to walk away from all of that doesn't serve you, and you're going to walk towards something that serves you much and much better. Something that does serve your higher purpose. Let's see, we have the Five of Wands. I'm seeing that, like, that turbulence that I was talking about before, it will be cleared up. Especially let's see, I'm seeing competition between you and other people. This could be related to many different things. Could be competition in your job, competition, you might feel you have some competition with other people, like you have to be the best, or maybe with your siblings, you have to be the best, or you have to be better than your siblings, or your friends, like you have to prove you're the best, you have to have the biggest car, you have to have the most money, you have to have the most beautiful children, or the most beautiful spouse, whatever. And all this competition, all this trouble, all this turbulence, this is being shown to you in your dreams as well. So if you're having dreams about you competing for something, or you feeling stressed about something, like something or someone is chasing you, like you feel pressure, you feel like people are watching you, that is because of all that competition and turbulence you're experiencing in your reality. And the reason why you are experiencing those situations in your dreams is because in this way you're going to resolve it quicker in your dreams. So it's like your subconscious is bringing these things to your attention in your dreams so that you can learn from it, right? It will be easier for you to realize, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is not good, oh, this does not make me feel good, I should change something about this. It's not supposed to make you scared, it's not supposed to install fear in you, but it's, again, supposed to shed light on issues in your life. It's supposed to bring awareness to the parts of your life that you do not like. So if you're having nightmares or uncomfortable dreams in which you feel stressed or pressured, those dreams are there for a reason, and they're telling you, like, they're pointing you towards issues in your life that need to be brought to the light and that need your attention and your awareness. And again, I'm not saying this in any judgmental way, I'm just trying to help you as well. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. So I'm not judging you. I'm not saying that you're doing something wrong, or that you're bad at this, or that you're, I don't know, whatever. I'm not saying any of that. I'm encouraging you to look at those dreams that you have, because they're there for a reason and they're trying to tell you. And the only thing that you can do here is grow. You can only get better. We always can only get better. So take time to analyze your dreams. How does it make me feel? What or who does this dream remind me of? Because again, it's supposed to shed light on your issues and bring your awareness to it. And after that awareness, there's transmutation, like I said before. Let's have one last tarot card before we move on to the oracle cards. For pile 3, what their dreams are trying to tell you. Yeah, so any unpleasant dreams are there to shed light on the situation. So the last card we have is the Four of Pentacles. And this card feels a lot more stable, has more stable energy, and we still have the snakes here. And at the back of the deck we also have the King of Wands. So I'm going to leave that here for now. So the Four of Pentacles, 4 represents foundation and stability. And for me, yes, again, it reminds me of a foundation, of building a foundation. Could be physically a foundation, like building your life up or building up your body, but also building up your mind, building up your belief systems. And here this Four of Pentacles represents those calmer waters that I was talking about in the beginning of this reading. They represent calmer waters because you have a calmer mind. And that's why the King of Wands is here as well. He represents someone who's confident, someone who is a natural leader, someone who does not give up. He never gives up. Someone who believes in himself, someone who he lives his life the way he wants. He creates his reality the way he wants. And the wands also talk about passion, about creativity. So especially related to those things that you feel on fire for, like those things that make you feel alive. I'm hearing travel. Maybe some of you would like to travel. Go to exotic places is what I'm seeing. Maybe even Egypt. Not to say necessarily that's an exotic place, but that's what came up. Like just a place in the world that you're not used to, that you've never been before, or that has a very rich culture, or that you feel pulled towards. There might be a reason why you feel called to go to a certain place in the world. So that's what the King of Wands does. He follows his passions without questioning them. And this is you as well. Like whether you are a man or a woman, or no matter how you identify, this is you. The King of Wands is you. Someone who is in control of their own life and follows their passions without questioning it. Someone who is confident, someone who has it all, someone who is able to have it all. And this, like I said, this is you. This is you. This is you. This is who you are going to find yourself to be. And the Four of Pentacles is leading up to that. Creating calmer waters, creating a calm mind, addressing the issues that come up in your mind, releasing whatever does not serve you anymore. And this is going to be a passive process. So you're naturally, especially once you have detached or transmuted any issues, you're naturally going to fall out of vibration with the things that don't serve you anymore. And the only thing you need to do is let it go and not resist it, and not resist the release, because it, like I said, it's a passive process. It happens without you having to put any effort into it. You're, like I said, you calmed your mind, so you're only going to attract in your reality things that reflect that as well. Any competition is also going to dissolve. You might be finding, this might mean for you that you're finding a better job, a better relationship, a better place to live. Or again, maybe you decide to change your lifestyle and you want to travel. You want to live in a different place in the world. You want to have a different lifestyle, like I said before. Let's just keep it general like that. And again, that's a passive process. It's a natural process. It's going to happen naturally. You don't have to put any effort in it, because that's what you attract. It's what you naturally attract without any effort. Let's see. Our oracle cards from the angels are within the next few months. And we have recovery. Alright, so these could have multiple different meanings. So I'm just going to mention whatever I see and take whatever message resonates for you. So within the next few months, something is going to change. You are likely in this moment somewhere here in the Three of Swords, Six of Cups, maybe even Five of Pentacles. You're somewhere here. And within the next few months, you're going to find yourself at the bottom row of this spread. The Eight of Cups, releasing things that no longer serve you and building a stable foundation. Within the next few months, this process is going to happen. You're going to develop, you're going to expand. With this recovery, maybe you have some physical health issues. Maybe you're going to some kind of doctor or a therapist. You're getting some kind of treatment. You're getting some kind of professional help. Could be what this is indicating. Or again, help for your thoughts, like professional help or a life coach, a therapist, a counselor, something like that. And I'm seeing that a part of your physical ailments, your physical issues, might be due to the stress that you are under. Again, I am not, let me just say this before, I'm not a doctor, right? This is just a general reading, and so don't take any of my advice, especially on health, without thinking about it yourself. So do use your own intuition and your own discernment. I just want to throw that out there, because everyone is different, everyone's situation is different, and this is a general reading and I don't know your exact situation, of course. But what I'm going to say here is that some of your physical ailments may be because of what state your mind is in right now, or the stress that you are experiencing. And for some of those ailments, calming your mind, releasing and transmuting is going to help your physical well-being as well. So if you are indeed struggling with something physical or mental, still, continue to do what you're doing. Go to the doctor if that's what you need. Don't stop doing that just because I say that some issues might be resolved after you release and transmute. But still be responsible about your own health, all right? But yeah, that I did feel really called to say that some things that you're physically experiencing might be because of your mental state, of the turbulence within your mind. So you're going to feel better after you released and transmuted. That's a fact. That's true. You're going to feel better. Even if you're not experiencing anything physical or mental, you're going to be feeling better within the next few months because of all this releasing and transmutation. So let's have a look at our next oracle cards. We have Carnunos with Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this card is encouraging you to follow your passions. Follow your passions. Those passions are going to be exposed even more the further you get through the process of releasing and transmuting. You're going to find out more things about what it is that you want to do, what you feel passionate for. And this card is very much connected to nature. So maybe you want to travel to some place where there's a lot of nature, go on a trip or move there, like relocate somewhere nearby a forest or even a jungle, a mountain, somewhere where there's a lot of nature, and probably even where a lot of nature spirits are nearby. And again, you're encouraged to follow what drives you and what makes you passionate, and to hold on to that. And the further you get through this process of releasing, of transmuting, the more of your passions are going to be exposed to you, and you're going to understand them as well. And being in nature might also help with recovery or with your health here as well. I'm sensing especially your lungs. Maybe you need some fresh, clean air in your lungs, or feel your bare feet touch the grass. Yep, that's what I'm seeing with this card. Next, we have Commander Ashtar with Call to Action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. And that's what I was talking about with the King of Wands before as well. Take charge, lead by example. The message that's coming through here, and I don't know if I channeled this kind of message for you before as well, because it's been coming up a lot lately in my readings. I think I said it before about the inner child. This card, it says lead by example. So what this card is telling you, be the leader you wish you had. Be the friend you wish you had, like to yourself, right? Be the leader to yourself you wish you had. Be the friend to yourself you wish you had. Be the caring, nurturing mother or protecting father that you wish you had. Be the person that you wish you had as your best friend, that you wish you had by your side all the time. So if you desire to, well, let me rephrase that actually. If you wish for someone to create for you a path or to pave a way, then that's the call to action for you, that you're supposed to pave that path. You're supposed to pave the way. Walk your talk. You're a leader. You're a natural leader. And start by taking action for yourself and for your own life, for the good of your own life, for your own health, for your own desires, for your own passion, for your own well-being, for you feeling good, basically. Because before you can lead others, you have to first lead yourself. I'm also feeling very called to read a passage of the guidebook of this card, because I feel the energy of Commander Ashtar coming through very strongly. So his message for you is, you are receiving a call to action and being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in the world. Divine inspiration is all around you, and Ashtar and his legion of cosmic angels are standing by to offer you loving support. Know that you are being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back, but know that when you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. Take some time to connect with the universe by looking up at the stars, knowing that there are loving beings of light gazing back down on you. You are not alone. And I believe I said that as well before. You are not alone in this, and you're going to realize that. So look at the stars, indeed, if you feel called to do that. Spend time in nature. Call upon Commander Ashtar whenever you feel like it, whenever you feel you need that extra encouragement of taking lead. And I'm definitely getting a strong masculine vibe here. So you know, it does not really matter your gender or how you identify, but you're really being asked to step into your masculine energy. We have two masculine cards here. Step into your masculine energy and take action and decide to choose better for yourself. Choose to do better for yourself. And like that passage said, once you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. So once you choose to do better for yourself and to take the lead in your own life, you will soon see what next step there is to take in order to continue that trail. All right, let's have a look at our last oracle card. We have watch and listen carefully with number 21, and as we add that up, that's 3. So again, number 3 is here. Watch and listen carefully. This is also something that's kind of on theme. It's been coming through in the other readings as well. What this card is asking you is to stop, no, not to stop, it's to shift your focus and your awareness from the people around you to yourself. Because whatever you focus on will persist. So if you're focusing on the opinions or expectations of other people or the expectations of society, you're not going to change what it is that you want to change, right? If you focus on that and not focus on yourself, then where are you? How do you know how you feel or who you are? So this card is asking you to shift your focus to yourself and watch and listen carefully to what your own heart is telling you. What is your heart telling you to do? Again, what are your passions? What are your driving passions? Where do you want to go? What I'm also seeing here, what kind of clothing would you like to wear? What kind of hair or hair color would you like to have? If you could be true, entirely true to your own creative expression, how would you look like? If there were no other people who would have any opinion on you or any expectations, how would you look like? How would you act? What would you do? Who would you be? Where would you live? What kind of clothes would you wear? What kind of places would you visit? So this card is asking you to pay attention to yourself and shift the focus to yourself. Don't stop doing what other people expect you to do. And I'm being reminded of that competition. If there's any competition going on, don't participate in anything that does not make you feel good. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to compete with anyone. The only one you have to compete with is the past version of you. And the only one that you've got something to prove to is the future version of you. And the only place and the only time that you can do anything to change yourself or to change anything is in the here and now. And there never will be another moment than the here and now. You always have that power. So the only one you're competing with is who you used to be, and the only one that you need to prove something to is your future self. It's not anyone else. It's not your parents or your friends or your colleagues or your competitors or your collaborators or whoever it is, your family, your children, siblings, right? There's no one that you should be competing with, and there is no one who should put that kind of pressure on you in order to be a certain way or in order to achieve certain results. Take the power back to you, pile number 3. Take the power back and don't let anyone else's taste or influence or thoughts determine who you are, because that's not how you're supposed to live. Call on your own integrity and follow your heart. So with that last message, I am going to end your reading here, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed channeling these messages for you. I hope this made you feel better. I definitely do. And I wish you a lot of love, a lot of light, a lot of blessings and strength and good luck on this path of yours. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you will continue to do well. So again, thank you so much for watching, In case you like this video, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe we will see each other in the next reading. Bye guys!